President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan has been overturned by the Supreme Court.
Millions of Americans could have had $10,000 or $20,000 taken off their loans. Dallas Payton spoke with a financial planner who has some tips for borrowers. Dallas.
Cindy, David, on top of the Supreme Court decision, student loan payments are expected to start back in October after a 3-year pause. A financial planner say those in debt need to start saving now. With the student loan payments starting back up soon and inflation at a high, Blue Ridge Wealth Planners owner John Vandergriff says it's important to look at your finances.
Some of the things that we've seen people have success with is contacting maybe cable or internet providers, maybe phone providers, and seeing if the prices that they're at are the best prices so that they can try to negotiate down some of those things that may seem to be fixed expenses that you have.
Vandergriff says it's also a good time to break bad spending habits.
The idea of living on less than what you're bringing in is never a bad thing, because whether it's a student loan debt today, a mortgage payment later, a car payment, even when you get to the end of those payments, making sure that you just don't add that money back into the monthly surplus and say, hey, we got this much more that we can spend on things that may or may not be good uses of the money.
He says borrowers need to educate themselves about their student loans before payments start back.
And again, making sure that you know what those loan payment conditions are, what the amounts are. You've got enough buffer time to figure that out through, go and find your password if you haven't looked at it in a long time.
Recent UTC graduate Daniel Taylor says luckily he doesn't have any student loans, but he feels for his friends who were hoping the Supreme Court would approve President Biden's plan.
I just graduated, and I personally am in a job search, trying to move places, trying to develop myself as a career and develop myself as a leader and start my career. And it's really stressful, and it can be really uncertain at times. And having a financial debt over your head while you're doing that, I can only imagine is really stressful.
Vandergriff says until a bill for student loan forgiveness passes, continue to find ways to save more to help pay off those debts. Cindy?